Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Detroit Tigers franchise mode here in MLB The Show 21. So in last episode, we kind of just simmed a little bit more to get the rest of the regular season done, and we didn't have a good first season, which is not really a surprise. We're up here in the offseason, probably going to be adding our players to our 40-man roster. We're also going to be doing some contract stuff, and I think maybe a little bit of free agent signings. I don't know if I'm going to sign too much players, because I didn't really get any comments to suggest any free agent signings, so I might leave some of the free agent stuff for next episode, or might maybe just wait till the season starts to make some like trades or signings then. Yeah, let's start off by getting the right players onto our 40-man roster. So those guys are all ones that we could lose, so we definitely don't want to lose Renato Nunez, so we got to add him to our 40-man roster. So Renato Nunez is a AAA player. We'll add him to our 40-man roster. So there you go. We probably don't want to lose Aoki either, or Deathridge. Yeah, Aoki or Deathridge. So we'll add Aoki and Deathridge to our 40-man for now. Aoki was a closing pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there he is. Why is he an A? Yeah, he should be actually in our MLB team technically to an extent, I think. We'll move him to AAA for now, and add him also to our 40-man. But he might be on our roster next year because he's better technically than Soto and Jimenez. So Bush is okay to get exposed. Nick Ames should be kind of signed. Same with Blackwood and Hill. But then we'd be over in our 40-man roster. I don't think for some reason though that I'll probably put Hill and Ames on our 40-man roster. I don't think Blackwood's going to get claimed, to be honest, because he's 25 at 61. So I'll put Ames and Hill on our thing. So Hill is a starting pitcher. We'll add him to our 40-man. I got to move Chauncey McElroy to AAA as well. Actually, Chauncey McElroy technically could be on our 40-man roster, but I think I will just I won't put him on there yet. Just because. And this guy could be probably in double. We got too much players in double. But who was that other guy that I wanted to go after? Bob Montez as well should be on our 40-man roster. Yeah, we should probably get Bob Montez on there. Because Bob Montez, yeah, we'll probably add him to our 40-man roster. We're going to end up losing somebody, though, if I don't. I have to actually add Jackson Reeds as well. I have to remove some players from our 40-man, I think. Who's on our 40-man roster here, actually? Let's go to our 40-man roster, see the worst players that are on our 40-man roster. Okay, so this guy does not need to be on our 40-man roster at all. 61 and 23 don't need to be on our 40. Actually, see potential, though. He probably won't get claims, so we'll remove him from our 40-man roster. And we will also remove you from our 40-man roster. Just open a few spots. And if we go back to here, Jackson Reeds, who we literally just traded for, needs to be added to our 40-man. And then we'll probably also add Nick Ames. So Nick Ames and Jackson Reeds. So Nick Ames is a first baseman. We'll add him. He actually should be. I don't know if he will actually end up getting to our MLB team because we have Fernando Valdez, who we drafted last year. So we could technically expose Nick Ames, but I think I'll still. Maybe I won't add him. I need to move Valdez to triple. Miggy will still be. Oh, wow, Miggy's dropping off a cliff in terms of overall. 65 overall now. That's not good. We'll move Miggy down to triple, I think. Does he have minor league options? No, he doesn't. He'd go through waivers if we did that. Yikes. Renato Nunez technically should be in the MLB, I think. Yeah, I think we'll move Renato Nunez to the MLB, and that's good on that front. Do I want to put Nick Ames? I don't think I'm going to put Nick Ames on our 40-man thing. I don't think, because I think even if he gets claimed, it's not the end of the world. He's 24 and 60. And there's, yeah, not really a chance for him to make it, I don't think. So I think I'll leave the rest of that the same. I wish I could take a look at all the players that I could end up losing. Because how do I actually click on the screen? If I go manual, auto, manual. I could go auto, but I'll go manual on this. Salary arbitration wise, Joe Jimenez, we're going to offer arbitration, 1 year at 1.5. And then Cesarno, I don't know about Cesarno. Harold Castro will offer arbitration. I'll just offer arbitration to a decent amount of these guys, because some of them will be still there for now. Grayson Grenier, why not? He wants a lot of money, which is weird. 590 for 1 year is fine for me. And Buck Farmer, and we'll let go of Farmer, I think. Actually, maybe not. We'll just, no, that's a little bit expensive. We don't really have a salary cap anyways, you guys said, I think, so we'll offer them all, and I guess we'll just offer Cesarno one as well. Worst comes to worst, these guys could get traded at some point. And in tendering our contracts, we got a lot of contracts to look through, I think. Yeah, we got a lot to look through. Oh man, there's always so much contracts to do in the MLB. So this Marty Keys guy, 44 and 19 years of age. I don't really see the need of actually signing this guy. 27, 44. Yeah, these 40 overall guys and stuff like that are not good. I mean, JJ Bush, oh, he's already 29, never mind. I don't think I'm going to sign any of these really bad players. Or maybe I'll just sign the ones that are young still, just because maybe they could develop into something, but that's it. So, Montevallo, he's only 20. We'll give him a one just for why not. But a lot of these guys are not that good, so I think I'll let go of a lot of these guys. 25, he's dropping. 26. 26 ain't too bad, I guess. Whoa, I gave him 3.7. 5 years. That means it's a 5-year two-way deal. Or not two-way deal. Single-A deal or whatever, but whatever. Yeah, I think a lot of these guys are just going to end up dropped. Some of these guys will just get signed because they're young, and then that gives us at least some... Oh, this guy's 8 potential? Jeez. Yeah, he's going to get definitely a contract, but he's only a 55 at 21, which means I don't see him making it, but you never know. Some guys make it at like 28, so we'll definitely sign all our 8 potential prospects, just in case they end up making it in a later age. How old are you? 25. Yeah, 25 is not bad, I guess. It's 25 and below that I would probably just re-sign for now. D potential 26. Nick Ames, will sign you. Why not? Logan Shore, 26 and 60. I'll just pretty much sign everybody that's like around here, I think. A lot of these guys are not good, but some of them will just stay in like AAA or AA or single A. Let's go actually to the top of this list again, just so I could get the bigger guys first. So Nunez, yeah, we'll get him back. I think I could give him a... Yeah, I'll give him a 3-year deal. He's only 27, it's not too bad. And we'll chalk him to 5.4. See if he'll accept that. Aoki, we'll just give you that. Bob Montez, give you this. A lot of these guys are just guys that are going to be playing in AAA. Some of them might make the MLB. I'll give it a 2-year deal for Tyler Alexander at 2.4. Jackson Reed's going to get a contract. Deathridge as well. Ernest Cabrera, might as well. Because I don't even know who's going to be on our MLB team next season, so this offseason is just going to be a ton of contracts, pretty much. Dylan File, who we traded for. Moreno. Garrett Hill. Yeah, there's a lot of young guys that we got to sign. Brujan is a big one. Hopefully he makes the MLB sometime. Sign Fajardo. Bruner, 26. We'll still sign you. Why not? Luis Garcia, who's our best shortstop prospect. I'll sign pretty much any of these young guys that have actual potential. Guess we'll sign, yikes, that was a little bit of a weird contract. Lange is 25, so we'll sign him. Perez is only 23, we'll sign him. Stewart is 28. We'll still sign him maybe. He actually wants a decent amount of money, so no, never mind. Riley Green's only 20 years old, so we'll sign him. We'll sign this Clemens guy. Blackwood will sign you to a 1-year deal. Carlton 1 year as well. I pretty much just give all these guys 1-year deals just to fill out our AAA squads. And I think that is good. Actually, I'll sign this guy as well for fun. Now, hopefully all those guys accept that. And those are good on that front. Let's sim to free agency 2. I don't think I'm going to make any free agent signings until I know for a fact what we need. So Kershaw, though, goes to the Rays. That's a very interesting one. Trevor Story goes to the Cubs for big signings. Freddie Freeman goes to the Diamondbacks. Chris Bryant to the Padres. Roberto Perez to the Braves. Okay, Vasquez. And that is that. So, what do you like to stop simulating? Let's stop simulating for a second. Okay, so tender contracts. So Nunez is still pondering our option. Dustin Garneau, I'm fine with letting go of. Same with Stewart. I think the rest of these guys were a little bit older. Yeah, we'll let the rest of those other guys go because they're not that good. Okay, so that is good. So let's continue to simulate to the 40-man, or not the 40-man, what the heck am I saying? The Rule 5 draft. Come on, Nunez, you got to accept. I'm going to give him a little bit more than what he was wanting. Actually, I want to go back to that 3-year deal again and talk him a little bit. I'll give him like more than I was offering before. Yeah, I'll give you 5.7. I just want Nunez back because Nunez is decent for now. And then eventually he could be trade bait. Let's continue to simulate. We have 96 players. We need to release 3 players. Okay, let's release 3 players then. If we go to our roster, our worst players, Marty Keys. You are getting released. And then Holly is going to be at a release as well. And we need to release 1 more player, which I think is going to be JJ Bush. Because these guys are not that good. There you go. Let's continue to simulate. No. Would you like to stop simulating? No, let's continue. Okay, so yeah, these guys are all going to be dropped. That is fine. Arbitration negotiations we offered. Didn't I offer arbitration to Jimenez? I think so. In Cicerno. Alright, I think I offered it to all these guys actually. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so that is good. Let's continue the sim because I am not going to sign any free agents until next episode, I think. Even though there technically will be a lot worse for free agents then. Because we're going to go through a complete rebuild almost to an extent. We just like to stop simulating? Yes. Let's stop there. I think I offered arbitration to these guys, right? Yeah, I did. I'm 100% sure, right? Yeah, okay, I did. So we're good on that front. Contract-wise, all these guys are going to get dropped. That is good. Let's continue. Get to that Rule 5 draft. I don't think we're going to lose anybody because none of those players are that good anyways. But we might take somebody in the Rule 5 draft for sure to help us out. So that is good on that front. Let's sim to those winter meetings. And let's get to that Rule 5 draft. Okay, so Pittsburgh's got number 1, we got number 2, so they take a second baseman. Let's see what we could take. So if we go recommended player, it's recommending we take a relief pitcher, which I say is a pretty good option for us to do that, but these guys are not that great. Yeah, well, they're better than what we have. We could go after one of the older relief pitchers. This guy's 30 and 77. That could be a good temporary option. Let's look at what else we could get. Starting pitcher-wise, we don't really need to go after another starting pitcher. Even though our pitching combination is not the greatest. We could always go after somebody. Like there's a 23-year-old that has 74 overall. We could go after Tanaka, but he would probably take away time from like guys like Casey Mize. So that's not good. Closing pitcher wise, I think we're okay with for now. Catcher wise, I think we're close or fine. First baseman, we're definitely fine. Second baseman wise, we could take somebody that's a little bit older, but once again, these guys would be better if we were trying to actually build up our team really good right now, which we're not. Third baseman wise, there's no good options. Yeah, there's not really actually a lot out there on this Rule 5 draft. There is some good potential prospects, like this guy's an A potential prospect and he's only 23 for a right fielder in Blake Sable. But I'm not going to bring him in. I think it does make sense to bring in a reliever like they were saying, even if it is on a short term. Do we go for the youngest option who's 27 and 75? I think we go for the 75 because he would still be one of our best relievers at 27. Sure, we could get a 77, but these guys are a bit older, so they'd be retiring sooner. So I think we're going to take Colin Poach. Give him a shot as a reliever. And I don't know if we're going to claim multiple players in this Rule 5 draft. Let's see, maybe we can. Recommended player, they're recommending us another first baseman prospect. I don't really see it being necessary because Valdez is up there already. Yeah, I don't really see it as being necessary. Unless we want him as a second option, but I don't think he's going to be as good. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to claim anybody else in this Rule 5 draft. Let's just exit that. Actually, did that auto just pick us players? I think it did because I didn't say that I didn't want to pick. Oh well. So there you go. And our team is going to look like crap for next season, but that's okay. Let's sim to those arbitration hearings, get the rest of this off-season stuff done as Osuna signs in Miami. And there you go. Okay, so sim to renewable contracts. So Grayson Grenier has been offered or taken on a 1-year deal at $590K, which is good. Did nobody else sign their arbitration rates? Or no, there's still arbitration hearings, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But we do still have some free agent options we could bring in if we wanted to, but I really think we should just let the young guys play to an extent and then just pick up people via the draft. Like, we don't really have a good team at all at this stage. Let's sim to spring training. Oh, there's Joe Jimenez signing a 1-year 1.5 deal. Cesarno is going to get a 1-year deal at 1.254. And then Buck Farmer gets a 1-year at 1.85. And Michael Fulmer gets 1 year at 3.1. Castro gets one at 1.105. And there you go. Yeah, let's stop simulating for a second. See what we got here. Yeah, our roster is not that good. We got 2 guys that should not be in the MLB. I need to move Casey Mize, though, to the MLB. And Chauncey McElroy is definitely going to be in AAA. Scooble could be still in the MLB. We need to get rid of 3 players that should not be in the MLB. In that sense, we got way too much relievers. Buck Farmer has dropped off a lot. We'll move Buck Farmer down to triple, which will put him, I think, on waivers. No, it doesn't. We'll also move File down to triple. And then we need to get one more player down there. I think Aoki should be technically in the MLB. I'm going to move him to the MLB. And then I think we'll move somebody else down. Harold Castro should be technically in the MLB over Brujan as well. I don't know why it's putting down calling up our young guys over older dudes. Just for now, at least, because I want these guys to develop still. Paradis could be in triple as well. And we might be under roster space potentially. Yeah, we're way under roster space, I think. And yeah, we'll put Cole Peterson down to triple as well. That is good. Okay, we're good on that front. Let's still sim to spring training. And there we go. We are good to go. So let's take a look now that we're at the start of next season. let's take a look at what we got in terms of this. So we did lose a scout, which is a good sign. Let's bring in some new scouting, because you guys were saying how important the discovery, I think it was, thing is for scouts. So we will bring in, there's not really a whole lot of good scouting options. There's a better West scout than what we have. So we'll go down to Kurt Meyer and replace him with Kurt Kazuhudo Salinas. And then we should probably bring in an East, a Central, and an International. This East guy is pretty good. Who's our worst Central scout? For discovery, it is Henry Ponce. So we'll replace him with Luis Cameron. And then we should replace one of these guys with an International guy, which we will replace, we'll bring in Kevin Spooner to replace Will Stratton. There you go. So we changed around our scouts, which is good, because hopefully we can get some good players in this year's draft. But let's take a look at the contract extensions. So these are the contracts we're going to have to get throughout this year. If you guys think any of these guys should be coming back, let me know what we should be giving them. How much term maybe. That type of thing. So there's not a whole lot of contracts up. We can't actually take a look at the draft yet. So actually let's just sim to the regular season, so we can actually take a look at the draft and stuff already. Because spring training doesn't matter that much. Scouting wise, here is what the top prospects are looking like. So here's all the blue chip prospects, which there is a lot of. So this might be actually a pretty good draft for us to find something decent. A lot of closing pitchers and starting pitchers. There is a 23-year-old shortstop that's probably more of a project, I would assume. There's a 19-year-old shortstop. There's a left fielder, a second baseman that's only 19. That's intriguing. But he is a little bit of a project as well. If we were to sort this by MLB ETA, the best player is an 18-year-old closing pitcher potentially. But this left fielder could be pretty good. And that's definitely something we could bring into our team. So there's all that. And then let me actually take a look by overall as well. See if there's any guys that have not been scouted. Like this guy could be good. Bob Cheek. Cedeno. Once we get some more stuff scouted, we'll be able to tell if we're going to be able to get some good players in this draft. But I think we probably will be able to, because we probably have the first overall pick. So hopefully we don't blow that pick. But right now we are ranked 29th in the MLB. We're 7th in contact, which is still kind of surprising, to be honest. 30th in power, 29th in pitching, 29th in defense, and 22nd in speed. So we pretty much need a whole lot of things for our team. We should actually assign our scouts out. So let's go for him for infielders. Let's go by power and contact, just because that's something we probably need. Actually, not power and contact, because contact's already pretty good. Power and speed. And let's get you to scout also infielders that are good at speed and power. And let's get none of our guys are really good at pitchers, but it doesn't really matter that much. Let's find somebody that's good at scouting catchers maybe as well. And then let's just do pitching as well and do right-handed. And there we go. Okay, so that is that. So let's just take a quick look at our depth chart at the moment. So right now, Chauncey McElroy is probably going to be in triple. But basically our lineups. Actually, no, let's do our pitching rotation first. Our pitching rotation would be something like this: Turnbull, Wentz, Manning, Mize, and Teheran. So not that bad, but it's still way worse than a lot of other teams. And then if we look at the lineups wise, we don't really have a good lineup either. Like we don't really have a really good player. Our best player is literally Candelario and Ramos. So we don't really have a deep team, but we are building up a decent prospect pool. We should probably be sending guys like Jackson Reeds down, so we should technically find some maybe replacements. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter that much. Maybe they'll develop well if they're getting some time here in MLB. And we're just going to keep Chauncey McElroy in AAA for now, just because I would like to see how he could develop down there, being only 18 years old, so, and being our best pitcher actually down there as well, with Skubal, who actually went down to triples. So we'll see how those two guys perform. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Tigers franchise mode. So in next episode, we'll scout some more, and we'll probably sim up to the draft, and then the draft will be the following episode, so you guys can help me out on that front. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.